Hi, folks. I'd like to talk to you about this little proof here. Let's just plot a point A, B. It does not, this is a general point, so it doesn't have to be anything specific, but I want to make sure that the A and the B are something that I can relate to. So I'll call this point A, comma B. On my grid, it happens to be 4, 2, but it could be any point, A, B. And point Q is going to be the origin, which is 0, 0. And we're going to put point R, which is going to be a negative B. So whatever I go up here, I'm going to go in the negative direction, and my rise will be A. So this is going to be negative B, comma A. And this will be point R. And we'll join these points, we'll connect them. The objective here is to prove that this angle that I'm drawing is a 90-degree angle. And it says to prove this by introducing two right triangles that are congruent. So I'm going to make one right triangle here and one right triangle here. Now, what does this have to do with this being 90? Well, this side is A, and this length here is A. This length here is B, and this length here is B. We also have a right angle because this is following the grid lines, and this is following the grid lines, so it is a right angle. There's a congruence theorem, the side angle side triangle congruence theorem, which says that if two sides of a triangle are congruent and their included angle is congruent, then the two triangles are congruent. And since the triangles are congruent, the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are congruent. You might have seen CPCTC before. So I could mark on here that this triangle, which corresponds to the right angle and B, would correspond to this angle, and these two would have to be congruent. Furthermore, this angle here at the top would have to be congruent to this angle. And isn't that clever? Well, we know in the triangle, the three angles have to add to 180. So I have the right angle, which is 90, and then I have these other two angles, which is the one arc and the two arcs, and they have to add to 90 together. Here, we have a straight angle. This makes 180 degrees. And two of the angles are the one tick and the two ticks, which make them 90. That means that the remaining angle here has to be 90 degrees. And now let's talk about where it gets interesting. Let's look at the slope of this line. I'll have a rise of B and a run of A. So my slope here is equal to B over A. This other line from Q to R, I have a rise of A and a run of negative B. Notice it's directional. I'm going this way and I'm going this way up and to the left. So my slope of this line is equal to A over negative B. When I take the product of these two slopes, if I go B over A times A over negative B, I get negative 1. We know that the slope of two perpendicular lines that are not 0 and undefined, because you can't multiply 0 and undefined, slope of two perpendicular lines that are not 0 and undefined must be opposite reciprocals. Their product is negative 1. We'll change the sign and we flip it, opposite reciprocal. And here you have it.